an idea watching the wind and made herself a boat.
Hey kids, looking for some fun this summer? Let your imagination run wild and enter the WHYY Internet Kids Contest for 3rd through 6th graders. The grand prize is a home computer. All you have to do is write a paragraph and draw a picture describing a family trip through cyberspace. For an entry form and details, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Internet Kids Contest, WHYY edition of Parents Express.
The Magic School Bus on TV 12 is brought to you in part by McDonald's Restaurants of southeastern Pennsylvania, southern New Jersey, and Delaware.
Throughout the Delaware and Lehigh Valley, call Quick Weight Loss Center, 1-800-526-SLIM.
On American Journal, his children burned to death in a fire and neighbors gave you gates. Next time.
Tonight at 7:30 on NBC 10.
Promotional consideration provided and paid for by the following.
If you'd like to save up to 50%.
You're watching Philadelphia's NBC 10. Now, live from the News Center, this is News 10 at 5.
Good evening, I'm Siani Lee, in for Tracy Davidson.
And I'm Arthur Fennell.
Our top story tonight, a major victory for Megan's Law in New Jersey. A federal judge tonight says the state can go forward with the most controversial part of the law, which until now had been put on hold. That provision lets police alert communities where high-risk sex offenders live.
ABC wants you to watch Fox?
No way!
Oh, not that Fox, our Fox.
Isn't it great?
Michael J. Fox in Spin City, ABC Tuesdays this fall.
Tropical storm Bertha continues to strengthen in the Atlantic, on the verge of becoming a hurricane. We'll take a look. I'll have your forecast coming up next on ABC 6 News at 11.
The American Broadcasting Company, ABC.
July 6, 1996.
A horrible crime with an unbelievable twist. We'll tell you what happened.
This is ABC 6 News.
Tonight, a crime so unthinkable you just shudder hearing about it. A local woman is in guarded condition at a Boston hospital. Over 40% of her body is burned. The worst part, police say 2 people deliberately set her on fire. Kathy Conley has tonight's top story.
Person she's a very nice person, very friendly. She'll get along with everybody.
The donut shop here in Wakefield where Mary worked, and as you can see, business still goes on. The lights are on and they're still open till midnight. A lot of people are coming by and asking us what we're doing here. Many of them hadn't heard. Then when they learn the reason, they shudder in disbelief. It's just a horrible crime and really hard for this community to take.
Kathy, what about the suspects? What are police saying tonight?
Well, at this point, the 2 suspects are still at large. Police are asking for anyone with information about this crime.
Why?
Why did you hurt me?
Find out next, Ricky Lake.
Ricky, Wednesday at 4 on Channel 12. And now, news around New England.
And let's take a look at what is making news from around New England. We start in Hartford, Connecticut, with an arrest for pipe bombs. Christopher Estep and his wife Myra will be in court tomorrow. They were arrested after police searched their car and discovered live local late-breaking news straight ahead. Let's go down to Walter and Ann for Eyewitness News at 6.
Okay, Barry, tonight live coverage of a growing problem in Providence. We're talking about lead poisoning. Could your children be at risk?
Pawtucket work crews board up a house in their city only to find out they did the work on the wrong house.
A tough anti-smoking bill makes it to Governor Lincoln Almond's desk, but will he veto it?
And the latest information on efforts to save a right whale off Massachusetts next on Eyewitness News.
Right now, when you come into Sunoco for the gas of your choice, you may win the car of your dreams. To win a Chevy Camaro Z28 or a trip to Sunoco, just ahead.
Their names aren't on this list, but Tony, Dean, and John are the ones you can rely on at all Denny's locations.
Hello, I'm Maura Fitzgerald.
And I'd like to tell you about an exciting concept in kitchen remodeling.
Alpert's, Rhode Island's favorite place to buy furniture.
You're watching Channel 12 Eyewitness News, Southern New England's news station.
Lead poisoning plagues Rhode Island once again. Health officials say more and more children will be attending school this year with lead inside their bodies.
Hot, humid, hazy weather.
But is the Connecticut town ready for the thrilling new theme park? Good evening, I'm Walter Cryan.
And I'm Ann.
Begins at 9 tonight Eastern Time, 8 Central, and 6 here in the West. Also, you can check in and check out our CBS News website on the internet.
He's a real man of courage and part of the Army parachute team, even though he's a double amputee. The Army was behind him, but now they've changed their mind. Tomorrow on the CBS Evening News.
CBS News.
Coming up tonight at 7 o'clock, curfews. Do they work and are they legal? That's what Eastern Shore mayors want to know. We'll have a live report for you.
Could be new life soon for an old building in Dover. We will explain. Plus, we'll tell you why Ocean City is losing money and tourists to fishing laws.
News, weather, and sports all next.
From the people who brought you one clever idea after another comes
25-640.
Carlton, Massey, we built a great reputation by treating you right.
WBOC, TV 16, Salisbury, Dover.
From Delmarva's news leader, this is the Delmarva Report at 7. With Lisa Spicer, Steve Hammond, Bob Burnett curious weather, and Bruce Vail with sports.
I don't know. If you're not doing nothing wrong, you should be allowed to stay later.
One team speaks out against curfew.
Many adults say it's the way to keep our streets safe at night. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight at 7 o'clock. I'm Steve Hammond.
And I'm Lisa Spicer. Kids and curfews. Many lawmakers say their time has...
This neighbor was awakened by the fire sirens.
It's pretty scary. I walked by last night about 11:30 and there was no problem. And I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning from hearing all the sirens, and I couldn't believe my eyes. The house is fully engulfed in flames.
The 2-year resident of Thornton Street remembers the victims as good neighbors.
The names of those victims have not been released yet. No arrests have been made either. As thousands of delegates pour into Chicago for the start of the Democratic National Convention.
But I'll tell you, things do continue pretty well for the next couple of days. We are going to see mostly clear skies overnight. The only thing we're hesitant about is Tuesday. There might be a thunderstorm or two, but even that, it's just a bump in the road. After that, things smooth out once again throughout the rest of the week. Before we get to the forecast, let's talk about what happened today. The high temperature was 84. The low temperature this morning was at 63. Talk more about what comes up later in the week. Let's talk about things right now. Let's go to our other maps and talk about current temperature conditions. 68 at Springfield, 70 at Boston, 64 at the Cape, 72 Hartford, 77 New York City, 71 up at Albany, 67, 71 Concord, Portland, respectively. How about the dew point? Down to the mid-70s. But as we said, Tuesday there will be the chance of that thunderstorm. Right after that, things do look pretty good. We'll see just a few clouds and a lot of sun, so more good weather.
All right, but it took to the end of the summer to get this really typical summer weather.
It certainly did. It was either too cool or too hot or too wet, but now we can enjoy it.
Now we'll be hearing some thunderstorms. Thanks, Jerry.
Okay.
Sports is straight ahead here on 22 News tonight. Are the Red Sox for real as they try to continue their hot streak against Seattle at Fenway? We'll find out. And the U.S. Tennis Open gets underway this week, but today, fun and fundraising on the court. Steve Roulier is up next with all the day's sports news.
At $199, nothing made by Sealy, Serta, or Simmons even comes close to my generic twin-size mattress set. It's a fact.
This summer, take off with your share of millions.
Is fixing you up with this really good movie. This is Cy Becker with another look at the movies.
And up next here on 22 News tonight when we return, a folk legend performs in Holyoke today.
You've been in an auto accident. Call the one attorney whom the auto insurance companies hate.
Headlines, but the stories behind them. And
And that's exactly what you'll get from the team at 22 News. We'll continue to work hard for you here at home, bringing you live behind the scenes of the biggest stories here in Western Massachusetts. Thank you for standing by us and for making us the most watched news leader in Western Massachusetts. It's a privilege for all of us to be working for you.
It's Ford's fact.
So swing away at the YMCA 7th Annual Golf Classic. We'll be there. How about you?
Next barbecue, let the pit crew do the work.
The famed singer of Alice's Restaurant was right at home amid the restaurants at Celebrate Holyoke today. Popular singer Arlo Guthrie performing at Celebrate Holyoke. Many faithful fans turning out for that concert. Guthrie says he loves singing in his hometown area.
Because it's so easy to be here, it's not like a regular venue where you got tickets you got to deal with and you got to fight for seats or something. I mean, it's like everybody's just sort of hanging out.